Welcome to the Elevate Your Equity podcast, where we, as married busy professionals, leverage real estate investing to unlock the 3+1 degrees of freedom: health, location, time, and financial. And now, here's your host, Derek Clifford.
Hello, everyone. We hope that you're having a fantastic week so far. I'm Derek.
And I'm Sophie.
It's great to see you guys. And today we have a very special announcement that we are actually switching over from season 1 and into season 2. And with season 2 of Elevate Your Equity, we are super excited to be able to share it with you. In season 2, we're going to be adding an extra element of equity into our discussions with our guests, and then also with the show format going forward. So what we're going to be doing is, from season 1, we had relationship. That was relationship equity. And in season 2, we're going to be adding in knowledge equity, which means we're going to be bringing in some of the best experts in the industry to share some of the tools and techniques that they use to become extremely successful, even world-class at what they do. And so we're really excited to be able to have that. And that's only one part of it, right? We're still going to have the relationship piece be a big component of our podcast, because what we're going to do is usually we'll have mostly one-on-one interviews during the interview section with guests. And then when we do our takeaways, we're going to be doing a second part of that guest interview where Sophie and I kind of talk about what it is that we just learned from that guest. And inside those interviews with the guests, sometimes we'll talk about relationships, sometimes we won't. We just want to keep it varied and keep it exciting for you guys, and basically just feel what is necessary and what's needed from the audience. So I'm really excited about this format. I know that Sophie is also really excited too, because she'll be able to take away some of the best nuggets from what we've learned. So that being said, though, that's a show going forward. And while we're here, this is going to be a really short little clip. I wanted to update you guys on what it is that we're doing in our personal lives right now as well, as we sit here in March of 2022. So that being said, let me go ahead and let Sophie talk a little bit about what we've been up to over the last couple of months and where we're going soon.
So I think the last time that we gave you guys an update, we had just come back from the Park City event, the GoBundance Park City event. And it's been, about a month since we came from that. So time definitely flies. And what we've been able to do recently is, in the past few weeks, our good friends from Houston, Texas came up. We spent time with them at a ranch called Devil's Thumb Ranch and Resort. It was such a nice pattern interrupt because we were able to do a sled ride and feed horses, get massages, just be up in the mountains and remote, be away from everything. So that was a great 3 days. Afterwards, we're able to go to Denver and attend the Best Ever conference. And so I know Derek got a lot of wonderful nuggets from that, if you want to share.
Yeah, the Best Ever conference was awesome. I learned a lot about everything in general when it comes to the real estate syndication business, and just like also getting to meet some really cool people who have some great mindset models. But a lot of it was like economic based and what's going to happen with interest rates and supply and demand and who's buying property, and then just general networking too. Like there was over 1,000 people there in Denver. Really weird to see people without wearing masks all the time in such a big space, like such a big conference hall for the last couple of years because of all the COVID stuff going on. But it was an incredible experience. We got to meet a lot of incredible people. Sophie was there as well, and she got to meet some people that she had known really well, actually, and gotten to meet over the podcast, which is another reason why we do this. Like, we love adding value to you and really helping you get to the next level wherever you are in your business or in your side hustle. But for us, it's a super bonus because we get to meet some of these people in the flesh. And so that was really cool to meet people in 3D.
Absolutely. So like Derek said, when we started this podcast a little over a year ago, it was during COVID, and all of our guests were over Zoom. And it was such a wonderful privilege to be able to see everyone in person. It was almost like, wait a second, I know you, but I've never met you before. And it was just a wonderful opportunity to feel a little bit of normalcy again, and to really connect and to give people hugs and to really be in the same space. And so really nothing can replace that. And it was a great honor to be able to do that event.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a great time, and it was really sad to leave, actually. But what's happening now is we're here in Colorado still, because we had our Park City event back in, I think it was January, actually, is when we had that. So it's been 2 months since then. And then we had the Best Ever Conference in late February. And so here we are in March, and we're getting ready to head out. Originally, we were supposed to go to Japan in April, but unfortunately, the border is still closed. So we had to do kind of a quick plan B. And I'll let Sophie talk a little bit about what's in the cards for us, or maybe should we keep it a secret? I don't know. It's up to you.
So, we'll give you a high level overview. Like Derek said, Japan, the borders are so closed. We were on the phone with the Japanese consulate for some time, and there was just no way around it. We were supposed to leave at the end of the month, actually, and we had to do sort of a 180 pivot and make sure that like we were still on track for pretty much our adventures, I would have to say. And then we decided, well, if we can't go to Japan, then why not go to Europe? So we got the idea because Derek's mom and dad, they were supposed to spend their 40th anniversary in Greece and doing a Mediterranean cruise. They had it all planned out. But of course, a few months before they were supposed to leave, COVID hit, everything shut down. And so this was a perfect opportunity to go to Europe and give them that vacation that they were supposed to have 2 years ago.
Yeah, so we're really excited to do this because we're going to be doing the full digital nomad thing even more. I know that right now we're still doing that. We're kind of hybridizing it by staying in places for a little bit longer, but we're going to be going on some adventures here in the next month. We're headed out to LA to go help my grandmother celebrate her 90th birthday, which is super cool. And then from there, we're going to head back east to Denver, and then we're going to be flying out to Portugal, and then we're going to be out in Europe for a little bit, and so you'll see a little bit more about our travels as they unfold. And we're just excited about life in general. On the business side, like we have a lot of great stuff going for us, and we're supporting each other and each other's businesses, and really growing every day, learning a lot about each other and each other's businesses, and that's kind of what this is all about. So yeah, that's all I have to say about our update, but I'm pretty happy with the way things are going, and we're really getting ready to start to be out there in a much bigger way. So we'll see you guys out in the social media circuit pretty much every day on every platform. So we're looking forward to that and getting to know you guys a little bit more.
Absolutely. And feel free to join our tribe. And it's a private Facebook group that anyone's welcome to join. We have Wednesday night live mastermind calls, and we talk about relationships. We talk about relationships with your spouses, relationship with your money, and we're going to bring on a variety of guests to speak. So, keep a lookout on that and join us, because we'd love to connect with you and hear from you.
Yeah. And we want to make sure that you guys are participating as well, because we know that if you're sitting back and passively listening, there's nothing wrong with that. But we know that the most work and the most progress and the most results come from you being actively involved. And so we'd love to have you in. It's a totally free group to join. It's called the Elevate Equity Tribe, and you can get to that on Facebook just by clicking the link in the description for this podcast. So please be sure to do that. And we're excited to see you there. And we hope that you enjoy everything that Elevate Equity offers, including Elevate Your Equity podcast, season 1, 2, and beyond. And so that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and end this episode here. And so unless Sophie has anything else, we're good to go. So we will see you guys in a couple weeks. This is Derek.
And this is Sophie.
We're signing off. Take care, guys.